Hey guys, Jason here with MuseGrid.com, and in this video I'm going to give you an overview of our lightbox video widget for Adobe Muse. Now, if you've been using Adobe Muse for long, you know that in your widgets library panel up here, if you go to compositions, you'll see that there's a lightbox display video or lightbox display widget that you could take advantage of that's already pre-built into Adobe Muse. The problem is with this pre-built lightbox display widget is that in order to get it to work across each and every breakpoint that you may use in a responsive design, you have to resize the lightbox window or the content that's within inside that lightbox window for every single breakpoint. And that can become a pretty monotonous task. And more importantly, you oftentimes forget to go do that when you're working on a responsive design because you just don't see it usually. So what we've done is we've created an easy-to-use lightbox video widget because at the end of the day, you guys are just trying to get work done. And lightbox video is a common request that we get all the time, so we wanted to just make that really easy. So here's what we've done. So what you'll see here is you see this really nice kind of like header section layout that has some nice text, a background image, and what have you. And it has this play button right here. So the intention being is that when we click play, we want to load up a really nice lightbox video here. So what we're going to do now is we are going to let's do this first. Let's go out to our plan view. And you'll notice that right here, this page right here is the page that I'm working off of. The first thing that I want to do is go add a page. While I'm adding it as a subpage, it doesn't necessarily have to be a subpage, but in this case it is. So I'm just going to call this lightbox. For lack of a better term, you can call yours whatever you want. It doesn't matter. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to take the master off. I'm also going to right click and I'm going to exclude from page menus. I'm going to double click on this page now, and the first thing I'm going to do is go to page properties, options, and then I'm going to say exclude, or basically uncheck include page from sitemap.xml. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make this web page be our lightbox video here and lightbox it in from the other page. So what I want to do next, what I like to do, you don't have to do this, but this is what I like to do, is number one, you'll notice that this breakpoint is a fluid width breakpoint. So I'm just going to leave that as is there. But I'm going to go to my breakpoint properties and just drop it down to a 768, just like that, just so it's a little easier to work with. And I'm also going to come up here and just kind of shrink my page down a bit. I'm going to go over to my library panel, and in my MuseGrid video kit, I'm going to come over and you can use the YouTube player, Vimeo player, self-hosted, any of those will work perfectly fine. I'm just going to grab the YouTube player just simply because, well, it's easy and I've got it here. So I'm going to grab this, drag, and I'm going to move it to my upper left-hand corner, the very top upper left-hand corner, and I'm going to right-click on my video, resize, stretch full width, just like that. Now what you'll see is that it snaps everything into place, and I want to take my little the expand arrows here, and I'm going to click them so that they're pointing out, so that it will expand out as wide as your browser window is whenever we're lightboxing this in. So this page that we've just created is now complete. We don't need to do anything else with this. This page is now ready to be lightboxed in from our previous page. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and close this out and go back to my page here, and what I want to do is connect this button up here to that lightboxed video that's on that other page. So what I'm going to do is come over to my library panel. I'm going to go to my lightbox video, and I'm just going to drag and drop it out here off of canvas somewhere. So you can put it anywhere you want. You'll notice that it's just a little light bulb is all it is, and it has one property. That's it. And we've called it lightbox. Now you'll notice that it's called the tooltip name, because what we're going to do is take this value here, copy it. Again, you can change it to whatever you want if you want it to be something different, but I would encourage you just to leave it alone. So this is the tooltip name, and here's what we're going to do. What we want to do is link this button right here in the hyperlinks menu to the I believe it's this one here, fluid, gotta remember my, oh, here we go, lightbox. Sorry, I had to remember the name of it. So it's fluid lightbox. So we want to link to that page there. The thing is we don't want to link over to it to open up a new page. We want it the lightbox open. So what we're going to do is go to our hyperlink here, go to our tooltip, and paste, and hit enter. Okay, so now that we have that, we've connected our lightbox widget here up with this particular button hyperlinked to this lightbox page, and we've done it all by adding the tooltip lightbox, because of course that's the same value that we have here in our tooltip name in our lightbox video options. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to File, Preview, Site in Browser. It might take just a second to get this to load, and I got to remember my page name really quick. I should have just loaded this up the other way. Let's see here. It's called fluid.html. So let me just get back over to my browser, and maybe I should have put a navigation on here. Fluid.html. Okay, there we go. There it is. And now if I click play, you'll see that it loaded the video up there perfectly, just like that. So it works amazingly well, and this is the video here. Now you might have noticed too, whenever we click this, like a little white flash showed up. Well, that's because the background color of our lightbox page is white. So if we come back over here to the lightbox page and open it up, and just make sure that we're, got no space there at the bottom. Our browser fill, let's just make that black. Why not, right? Let's do something like that. So we're going to go File, Preview, Site in Browser again. We're going to come back over to this page, refresh, just like so. Play, you'll notice now it's black, so it kind of fits in more with the lightbox theme as opposed to the white flashing just like that. So guys, this lightbox video widget, watch this. So like as I resize this, watch, it's just beautiful. Just resizes all out of the box. If you were using the built-in lightbox composition that's provided by Muse, once you hit another breakpoint, you would have automatically closed this lightbox experience or continue to play it in the background for a little while, which is really annoying. So as you can see here, this just works perfectly fine right out of the box, and which is exactly what you want things to do, is to just work so you can get your job done and move on and get paid. So guys, this is it. Lightbox video for VideoKit 1.0. Hopefully you guys can put this to good use. Thanks.